With that down, let's move on to this, shall we? You know, the other day we talked about a series of supposed leaked concept images for the upcoming Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars, maybe from Vision Quest, who knows? But did you know also the other day that a bunch of purported, again, we cannot vouch for the validity of them, but a bunch of purported concept pieces of art for Fantastic Four also came out, with one really interesting character reveal that a lot of people suspected would be in the movie, and I have said that character won't be in this movie. It's too early. And that character, and now's a good time for you guys to mute if you don't want to have any potential spoilers. By the way, we don't even know if these images are legit or not, but little Franklin Richards being in it. Let's take a look at some of these images that came out. Of course, a lot of these images, by the way, really focus on the Invisible Woman, on Sue Storm. And so here we see them navigating the seas in one of her force bubbles. And in it, we see Johnny Thing. We see Reed in there too. Let's move on to the next one. Then sitting around the dinner table, which is pretty consistent with what we've kind of seen already. It's a nice shot of them, actually.
That's great.
And then the next one. Now, this is our first one where we see what I just assume is Franklin, with them sitting around in the family room, you know, having family time together, whatever. There's no thing in there. I don't know why Ben isn't in there. All right, let's go to the next one. Next one, we do have Ben in there with a sweatshirt literally says it's clobbering time.
He's got his own merch.
He's got his own merch. And of course, Franklin is in there on Daddy's lap as he's reading a book.
I love that.
And then we get some...
What's Johnny holding? Oh, look at that. It's like a smartphone that Johnny's holding.
Oh my gosh, is that what he's holding on to?
Looks like some kind of smart camera or something like that.
Is there any way you can zoom in on that?
Zoom and enhance.
Zoom and enhance.
Here we go.
Enhance.
And then let me just zoom, and now I've done the zoom now on the enhance.
It is a smartphone, which feels like a little out of period. But then again, remember, this is not our Earth. It's a different universe. All right, what do we got up next? Then we got some of these concept art.
I think I can zoom in and then just scroll.
For our Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Which,
it's like first meeting or something?
Yeah, might be like doing the Herald job, saying, hey, I've come to Herald. My boss is coming. You might want to get things in order, which looks pretty interesting. Then our next one here.
Yeah.
Against a different costume looks for Sue while holding a baby. So again, a lot of these are making me think Franklin doesn't just like get born at the end of the movie. He's in enough of these things that's kind of feeling like maybe he's around the entire film. Not sure. Okay, what do we got up next? Then the little baby Franklin falling off the couch, reaching for something, and Sue Storm using her little force bubble to catch the baby. That's cute.
I was gonna be like, he's dressed like Spider-Man.
Is he?
He looks like it.
Oh, he's got the red and blue.
Just because if you look at the boots there.
Oh, that does look like a Spider-Man jumpsuit.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Did I just unleash something?
What does that say about that? Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right. Well, was that the last one? Oh yeah. Then another one, Sue using her
spikes,
force abilities to block something and send it back.
Oh, bullets. So they're
blocking bullets, aka Neo style, using her force power to like Last of Us, the video game.
That looks just like Last of Us. That's what I thought of too.
Right? It's Last of Us video games for sonar detection of where her enemy. If she does it, that's a pretty cool use of the power.
It looks like the hospital scene too.
It does look a little bit like the hospital scene, doesn't it?
And then that's it as far as those go.
And that's it. All right. So, first of all, I think these are pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, these look pretty cool. I love the aesthetic of the 1960s of this different world. Looks really cool. Okay, I hadn't seen it before. I hadn't noticed it before, and now I'm obsessed with it. What if Franklin is actually wearing a Spider-Man jumper?
Could be. I mean, why does it have red boots and then the red sides go down?
Well, they could be in our universe by this point.
Or there could be a Spider-Man in that universe.
Yeah, they could be in the 616. By this point, we don't know at what point. I'm assuming they don't get into the 616 until the end of the movie, or maybe they never get to the 616. Maybe at the end of this movie, they just get right into Battle World. But does this universe have like a 1960s Spider-Man or also running around and swinging around their town? Spider-Man is an adjacent member of the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Or at least has been traditionally. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Hey guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. All right, guys, if you're watching basketball this season and not playing PrizePicks, you are seriously missing out. This is hands down the most fun way to get in on the action. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made easy. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats like points, rebounds, or assists for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. It's available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. This week, I'm looking at the board and I'm going with Luka Doncic for more than 25 points and Jason Tatum for more than 8 rebounds. That's my lineup. Simple, quick, and way more fun to watch the games. And on top of that, PrizePicks hooks you up with awesome promos like Taco Tuesday, where you get player projections at a discount for even bigger value. So download the app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's right, just play $5 and you get $50 automatically. PrizePicks, run your game. Chris, you're seeing all these pictures and images. What are you seeing that's standing out to you? Anything that concerns you? Anything that excites you? What's catching your attention the most?
I mean, I did have the moment of like, this just looks like they superimposed on Last of Us, which made me, where I was like, I don't know about that. I'm hoping we don't jump the gun with Franklin if he's already in here.
Yeah, I've been saying forever, there's no way they're going to put Franklin. It's way too early to bring in Franklin.
Like that's my biggest concern is Super Baby is a big buy-in.
What's the name of the kid from The Incredibles? Jack.
Jack, yeah. It does have Jack energy too, that one animation of him just toppling off the couch and everything.
By the way, one of the greatest...
Jack really is Franklin Richards.
That's very true.
So.
By the way, one of the greatest lines of dialogue in cinematic history. Cookie num num. Cookie num num, Jack, cookie num num. It's one of the greatest lines ever. I laugh my ass off every time I hear it. Anyway, sorry. Please
Academy
continue.
Award-winning line. But yeah, overall, I think it looks fun and interesting. And yeah, I love that Ben has his own merch. That was another takeaway of just like the confidence to be a man made of rocks wearing your own tagline on your own chest. Well done. Well done. But it looks fun. Like these.
Rob, what's standing out to you?
Well, I always kind of thought, because it's first steps, that Franklin Richards would somehow be in it.
Oh.
I did. I mean, and also it means I can get a Power Pack movie eventually. But no, I think it. Like Chris said, I don't know how the power. If there's a Franklin Richards, I don't think he's come into his own yet. I don't think he's going to be
clearly just a baby.
Yeah, as powerful as he becomes, I don't think that's going to be an issue in this movie, or at least I wouldn't think it would be. But I like the idea that Franklin Richards is there. I mean, I depending on how he's used.
By the way, this is one of the most iconic frames of any Fantastic Four. It's this iconic frame where it's like this little kid, Franklin Richards, literally creates a universe.
Yes. Yes.
This would be a little bit older than the baby, though. So maybe it's not in his power.
Sure,
yet.
I don't know how you deal with that in this movie, but. I like it. I mean, I like it. I've always liked the character of Franklin Richards, and I think that it's good for the Fantastic Four. So we'll see.
Now, let's get on to the elephant in the room. Much like the other images we looked at for Avenger stuff, what do you think the chances that these are legitimate, that these are actual legitimate pieces of concept art from the movie? I actually feel a little bit more positive about these than I did about the Avengers ones. Not that I'm positive, not at all. I'm feeling a little bit more pro that these might be legitimate than even the other ones. How do you feel about them?
Well, it's interesting here, and this just occurred to me. Technicolor, the great post facility that was responsible for a lot of visual effects being done, imploded last week, and tons of people were let out. They lost their jobs, and Technicolor, there were effects houses that were working on Marvel movies. So I was thinking that, I'm out of a job. I've been fired prematurely. Maybe that's how some of these things wound up online.
Well, they came from the same place as the other ones. So I guess if one's real, the other's real. And if one's not, then the other ones aren't real either.
That's what I was thinking. So I'm just saying there's a possible origin. So I believe they're probably legit.
Chris, you think these are legit?
I don't know. I don't trust or love anyone. And I always just feel like they're showing us nonsense.
Right.
But there's also nothing, aside from Franklin showing up, there's nothing here that's really like,
whoa,
what? They're doing that?
Yeah.
So it does feel like these could be actual pieces of art.
Unless that is a Spider-Man jumper he's in. By the way, if these are real and if these are legitimate, I have 100% now bought into the idea that if these are real, they were not leaked.
Right.
I think Disney, if they're real, I think
Asymmetric
Disney
marketing.
100% let these come out to get everybody stop talking about Captain America 4 and just focus on the goodness that we got coming down the pipe, right? And so we'll see if that's actually the truth or not. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about these images? I mean, listen, I've said, I don't believe they'll use Franklin Richards in the first one. It's too early. But maybe if they want a toddler Franklin Richards, you got to start with him as a baby. Maybe, I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? What stood out to you most in any of those images? Whatever you guys feel, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.